Jason, thanks so much for your kind words. You said you see a need for it in the market, and you said you love the product. Therefore, I'm going to have to politely turn down your no unless you can give me 5 other reasons why you can't take it on.
Good for you. I'm borrowing that. That's awesome. I love that.
So he wrote me back and he said, we're going to be fast friends. You're a go-getter, but the best thing about you is people can't even tell you're go-getting. I'm going to help you. And within about 2 weeks, I signed a development deal with a very big company, not his. He transferred me off to another big company. And I thought, wow, they're going to help me. They're going to develop it. It was just an idea at that point. I just had a couple, prototypes that I made myself. So I don't know if you've heard the red tape nightmare of corporations, but about 18 months later, nothing had still been done. Yeah. In the middle of all this, Jessica passes away. Like, it really was a horrible year for me. And so I just picked up the pieces and I'm like, I got to do this myself. And then I started just like talking to people about it. A friend of a friend knew a man in Kansas City who had been retired for about 30 years, but he was in like product development and knew the Asia market. I got on the phone with him. His name is Joe. He's like my angel. Got on the phone with this guy. He said, I'm going to help you do this, but I think you're going to have to go to China to find a manufacturer. We had looked and looked and looked all over the US and no one could produce it for like a good amount of money. It was like way too expensive.
Sure.
And so I said, Joe, I know we haven't met, but I'm not going to China by myself. Will you go with me? He said, sure, but I only fly business. So I was like, okay, I'll meet you in Hong Kong. Bought his ticket, used my savings, bought his ticket, and 2 weeks later, we met for the first time in the Hong Kong airport.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow.
I know. Crazy.
Talk about, but it was faith, right? Martin Luther King always says you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just all you got to do is see that first step, and then you take the next step. So then were you able to meet with manufacturers there then?
So yes, we went all around. He had some relationships from 30 years ago. They treated me so well. I found a manufacturer. Yeah. And then within about probably takes another whole like year and a half to develop a product where you have to go through all the iterations and design and all this stuff. It's way harder than one would think. I thought it was going to be so easy. It takes longer and it's more difficult. Then I ordered 1,000 units. They get on the boat. It takes about 3 months for them to get over here. They show up. They're all damaged.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh. I fly to Kansas City. I stay with Joe and his family. They're wonderful. And we go through all the pieces. And because I'd shipped them to a distribution center.
Okay.
And anyway, we ended up getting it fixed. But that took another like 6 to 9 months. So really, I've only been in business for about a year, like selling my products.
Because of all of the stuff that you had to get to this point. And, and that's what I love about meeting people, meeting women like you, is because people just think that you were an overnight success. I did this, and this was my inspiration, my friend Jessica. And, by the way, this came to market, and it happened just like that. I love these stories because it's this fire that's inside of you that doesn't quit. Because you found your why. Right? Your why is you knew that there was a need in the marketplace because your friend Jessica benefited from this so much. And you wanted to make sure that other women were able to benefit like what she did. That's your why. And so you just keep going. And I love to hear stories like this because people don't understand what it takes and the grit and the dirty fingernails. And I would have cried. I would have gotten to Kansas City and seen all those ruined journals. And I just would have stood there in tears and maybe just gotten into a ball on the floor and not moved. I
definitely cried. I didn't get into a ball on the floor, but I stood there crying for sure.
So describe each product for me. Like, I want to know more about the other products that you have.
Okay. So the Love Heals Journal, it's a gift, and it's actually a gift for both the giver and the receiver. So you as the purchaser, when you have a woman, right now it's directed towards a woman because it's very pale blush pink velvet with a gold leather closure, and it's really beautiful and soft. You purchase it for yourself, And then when you receive it, there's an instruction card of things for you to do to it to personalize it. You write a letter to your friend. There's a page where you can write like a note to your friend. There's a place for you to put in some photos of you and your friend. There are little envelopes for you. There's one that has printed on it retail therapy. You could put a gift card in or money or whatever, and then you put it on a specific page, actually page 90, that says, when chemotherapy isn't the therapy you need today, how about a little retail therapy? So there's a bunch of these different cute exercises for the giver to give. And what I find is that I get emails from people who've gotten my gifts, but the people who've purchased the gifts are the ones that really send me the emails. And they just say, I didn't know what to do. And this was like the perfect way to show my friend that I loved her without necessarily having to have a hard conversation. Or I bought a blanket and all the nurses on the ward filled out all the tags and we gave it to her and she had it in her hospital. Or our sorority has filled out tags before on a blanket when a young girl got breast cancer. So it's really interactive on both sides, which I love.
And but in listening to you, that's the key. So what we have found through our program is that people just kind of stand back because there are some people that want to do something, but they don't know what to do.
Right.
But I did not read that. I'm sitting here smiling so big. What a phenomenal idea, not just to buy the journal and hand it over to them, that they get to participate. They get to participate in this journal experience where they get to write some thoughts down and give them the words of encouragement that are in their own heart. And the recipient of that has to think, you didn't just buy me a journal. This was an activity that you took part in as well. I love that. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's awesome. I think it's awesome,
It is awesome. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. So then tell me about the blanket then.
So the blanket is similar, although you can send it directly because it's a lap blanket. It's not something that you sleep under. It's something that you have like on your lap. Jessica and I both like if we were watching TV or, just sitting on the couch, like something just kind of on our lap. Usually it would be like a pillow or, just something there. So it's the size of like a wheelchair blanket. If there's a little bit of a weight to it, and then all along the edge of the blanket, there are little knit holes.
Okay.
That you can't really see. And then it comes with a starter pack of 6 tags. They're fabric cloth tags. And some of them have beautiful rhinestone closures. And then you just take a fabric pen. You can use a ballpoint pen. You can use a Sharpie, and you can write notes of words of encouragement or Bible verses or, prayers or whatever you want on this blanket. And it kind of rolls up to fit in a little bag that like a shoulder bag or a purse or something.
Yeah.
And like your friend could have it while they're going through chemo or sitting on the couch. I mean, the blanket is actually selling beyond the cancer market. It is this Christmas. A lot of people were buying it for like the grandmothers and having the kids fill out the tags. But I really find that for like, it's kind of an updated prayer shawl or like memory quilt. If you think of that, that's kind of what this is, like a modern day memory quilt. So, it's just interactive. You can pass the tags out. You can have everyone in your family fill out 3. There's 31 holes that go around it, so you could fit 31 tags. But people put 50 tags and shove 2 tags in it. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's awesome. So tell me, share your website. So where can people find these amazing products that you've developed?
So you can find them at www.itsbecauselove.com.
Awesome. And then just really quick, what is your favorite product?
So my favorite product is probably the journal because I'm a journaler. And I just feel like all the little exercises, and there's a lot of blank pages also for freeform journaling, that it just, is awesome.
Well, I'm telling you, when we get done here today, that's what I'm going to do is I'm going on the website because I want to see one and I want to know more about what it is and see if there's not a way that we can partner because our nominators could certainly
for sure.
Yes, so we'll have a conversation further about this. But I wanted to say thank you so much, ARONA, for joining us today and sharing this amazing product. What a a wonderful inspirational story, and what a wonderful way to honor your friend. And so I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be a part of it, and I love everything that Hello Gorgeous is doing. So cheers to you.
Thank you. Well, if you have any questions or comments, or would like to know more about the guest on our show, or for more information about Hello Gorgeous, feel free to contact me at kbecker@hellogorgeous.org, or visit our website at www.hellogorgeous.org. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and you can download our mobile app. Thank you for joining us today on Hello Gorgeous, everything beauty, cancer, and inspiration. I'm your host, Kim Becker, and until next time, stay gorgeous.